Well, the holidays are here, and one of the biggest problems parents have trying to teach your little ones about the spirit of giving when they are constantly being exposed to messages about gimme, receiving. But there are ways for parents to use the holidays to teach their children important values. Joining us now, President and CEO of Daniel Memorial, Jim Clark. And one thing my mom did is that we, on Thanksgiving, we go and we feed the homeless. And I always have kept that in my heart. And I do think that made me a kinder person.
Oh, it really does. You know, the holidays, we are bombarded with messages of I must have, or this is the greatest, and this is what you do. And it's really important for parents to kind of get out of that and get back to what's the meaning of this holiday season, which is giving. And we all know that when you give, it has a better psyche effect on you than it does when you receive.
How do you do that, first of all? Because they're watching the commercials, their friends are saying we're getting this, and you know they want the Zuzu pet, and you know how do you kind of turn the attention away from receiving?
There are some. Let me give you four really easy, quick things to do. Number one, parents need to have a conversation. Talk about those who are less fortunate than you are, or our family are. Aren't we blessed? And think about all the homeless kids. The second thing that's really a neat thing to do is to have kids participate. Have them either build something or wrap a gift even if it's a family member. That's teaching them then giving to somebody else. Another third thing to do is start to clean out their closet or their little toys. You know, you're going to get some new toys, or Santa Claus is going to maybe bring you some new things. Well, let's package up those things that are good and go give them to somebody else. And then the third, the last I say is model. Make sure that give them that quarter so that when they go by the Salvation Army, they can give a quarter in, and they can talk about, hey, we really did a nice thing. And they'll get a lot of positive cues from that sort of thing.
And I would imagine exposure is so important because, you know, the kids are home. They think that this is life and that everybody's life is like theirs.
That's right.
And they need to see, though, that that certainly is not the case.
That's right. And we often, with our kids, would make food baskets, and food baskets are always a nice way, and then you take those someplace. Let them be involved with that. Perhaps you're involved with the church and you have an angel tree. Participate in those kind of activities because you're really setting those values about we have a lot to be thankful for and we want to give back to the rest of the world.
The holidays is a good time to do that, but I would imagine this is something that you should try to push year-round.
You should push it year-round, but you can always, like I tell people, anniversaries are always, you should tell your wife or your spouse, I know you're married, that you love them all the time, but anniversaries are always a good time to do that, as is the holidays. It's a good time to talk about peace. It's a good time to talk about other people's values. You know, kids particularly think, you know, our way is the best way. Great books are out there about how other religions may go about celebrating and the peace and those type of things. So those are always good things. And we're going to do a thing on our Facebook. We have a web cast type of thing, and we're going to tell people, ask us questions, and we can give you 100 ideas. I'll have a group of professionals around, and we'll say, try this, try that. There are things out there that you can do.
All right, no excuses.
That's
You're going
right.
to give them 150 things to do.
That's right,
Love
absolutely,
that. Okay.
absolutely.
All right, Jim, so good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Melanie.
All right. Well, if you would like more information on this topic or other family issues, go to news4jax.com. We'll be back right after the break.